Always invest. By the way, there's breakfast is in the hallway. We moved it over there, so feel free. Go, you got something already? Feel free. Go for it. Get some breakfast. Get started in like 2 minutes. Is that all? Is that all? Microphone. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I got this is the way. Battery. Do you think it would be batteries? You take the batteries out of there. All right, let's get started. I'll just have you ask to move. All right, welcome to our team meeting, guys. Let's go to the next slide. Alexa. There we go. And let's meet. All right, good morning, guys. What is this real estate time? Realtor time. Realtor time. Everybody's showing up a little bit late, but that's okay. We're glad that you guys are here. We're glad that you guys are here. So, hey, you know what we always do? We always start off at KW with some wins. It's so important to start off with positivity. I want to hear some wins for you guys because I need a little bit of uplifting myself. Share something personal or business related. And then when you get called on, you get to call on somebody else. Who's got something? Maureen, I feel like you got something.
She's thinking.
You were thinking about something.
I'm just very grateful today. That's a good win.
That's a very big win.
Yeah, I just
Be
feel
grateful.
very grateful for what I have, and what I will get too, you know.
Yeah.
No, I just feel very grateful to them.
Good.
Why, but just
Uh-huh.
everything in my life is just the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, gratefulness is a big win. Gratefulness is a big win. Let's give it up for Maureen. Gratefulness. Maureen, now you gotta call on somebody, and you get to call somebody. They gotta share something. A big win.
Yes.
Elena.
Elena. After Elena.
Maybe it would, but I did all that. Gratitude.
Gratitude. Gratitude. You know, I was at the Dodger game last night, and I don't mean to like steal your space here, but I was just thinking, oh my, it was the most. I'll post a picture. It was the most beautiful sunset. I just think those small little things to be grateful for. Could you just share what's one thing that you can share with us that you're just absolutely grateful for, specific or just something big or broad?
Oh, just moved my mom into a assisted living, and it's a blessing because she's happy there and she's well taken care of. And so it was a big transition, but she's very, very grateful that she's situated.
That's good.
I'm gonna take care of her, so that's it.
That's good. Let's give it up for Helena and that situation from Helena, you got to choose one person. Who you got that you're gonna choose? And someone behind you is already raising their hand. They got somebody.
Oh, sorry. So, Betty.
All right, Betty, what do you got for us?
Very thankful Sunday, wanna take my grandkids to get a soccer shoes for this week's soccer camp. And after my son-in-law dropped the 3 kids, somebody backed into the car. And the kids already got out, so we just need to send the car for repair, so nothing major. But
Nothing major, good.
Very thankful, because that guy, older gentleman, couldn't back the kids.
Yeah.
A big lot, so very thankful.
Yeah. Good. Let's keep grateful for the safety. Good. You know, I love that we're starting this morning off with 3 people sharing gratitude. And that's grateful. One thing that I heard Tony Robbins say a while ago is one of the ways that you can lower stress and anxiety is gratitude. There have been studies that showed where people went a room, they had a high stress. All they did was started sharing things that they were grateful for, and their stress reduced by 20% just by sharing that. So let's continue that. Let's continue doing things like that. So first of all, we got an awesome breakfast out there in the hallway. So feel free anytime you want to go out there. But we've got a wonderful sponsor from Choice Home Warranty. Haley, come on up. What do you got for us?
Good morning, everyone. Would you like to my Awesome. I want to talk very quickly about the EPA mandate that went into effect. You all have a little flyer and some pricing info on your tables you can take a look at. I know we talked about prices last time, so I'm not going to bore you, but the EPA mandates went into effect in January of this year. We weren't expecting it to start impacting any kind of claims or AC issues, but it has already. Started hitting us about 2 months ago. We're nationwide, so we first saw it on the East Coast, and now in California, we're already having troubles getting some refrigerant or parts for certain systems and appliances. And if you didn't know, the EPA mandates are completely eliminating the refrigerant that we had been using up until January 1st of 2025. So our older systems that were using this refrigerant will no longer be able to be, and they will require replacement. They will completely require an entire replacement because the new refrigerant is not compatible whatsoever with older units. It actually has a massive explosion risk, which I thought was just absurd, but the unit will literally explode. So in the event that you have a home warranty claim, if you do not have coverage for compatibility upgrades, they will say, you've got, say, for example, you've got a choice plan, you added AC coverage, but you don't have the ultimate, which covers compatibility. We will cover the cost for you to get a new coil, even though you have to replace the whole unit. And this is standard across every home warranty company. If you do not have a compatibility upgrade included in that coverage, they will not cover the entire unit. Our ultimate is only $660. It's only an $80 difference between adding on the coverage to the other to actually having an ultimate. $660, $75 service call fee, and that includes that compatibility coverage upgrade. Again, you cannot repair these units if they cannot access the parts. And I've already had it happen, but I've gotten someone in here already that got a brand new unit because they couldn't access the coil. They were We were happy that they had the ultimate on there because I didn't have to be the bearer of bad news. So please remember that this is impacting us already. We didn't think it would be so soon. My dad's an HVAC tech, so I had him in the back of my mind, being like, "Don't worry about it." He was wrong, and that's okay. If you guys have questions about the coverage whatsoever, about the mandates, I have sent out multiple emails about it, but we have articles written about it as well. We have flyers that are on your tables that you can use for your clients. I have other ones. If this is something you want to use to talk to past clients, say you have a home warranty connection, you'd be happy to link them with, whatever it may be. Just make sure everyone is very aware of this issue and that they need a compatibility upgrade on their coverage no matter what. That's all. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Let's give a hand to Haley. But I mean, good fashion choices too. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
I'm just saying.
Great. Love green.
But anytime you'll hear Haley, she'll come up. Grant will come up. People will come up here with things like this that are of value. Is this of value to your clients as well? I would post social media content on it. Like she's giving you social media content. Do you guys know about your home warranty coverage that you guys currently have? Do you know about the HVAC? With it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. Do you want your HVAC to explode on you? Give me a call. Let's talk about home warranty. I mean, that's always good content right there. So thank you for sharing it.
Of course, and if you guys have any questions or you'd like some help with content, just let me know. I'm happy to help you.
There you go. She's here to help you guys.
Absolutely.
All right, let's give it a hand.
Thank you.
I just am surprised that inspectors haven't told us now because.
I know, right?
This haven't.
All right, we got some listing updates. So price improvement. Lauren called yesterday. She's got a listing here in Palos Verdes condo, 1,068 square feet. They just lowered the price. It was a huge price improvement. It's $599. So reach out to Lauren Yoon in our office if you need her contact. Just let us know. Closings. We got a lot of good closings this week. This is from the last 7 days. David Schwartz closed 1.65 million, 5412. Hiya, boys. Let's get him. David Hand. Thomas Pack closed 1.05 million. This is a little bit easier to say. 23914 Walnut Street. Let's give Thomas. And goes with Promenade Escrow. Let's give Promenade Escrow a hand. Stephen Hall closed on 28604 Covecrest Drive at 1.85. Let's give Stephen a hand. And let's give Promenade Escrow a hand. Alicia Enrique closed at 1.25 5144 Meadowwood Avenue in Lakewood. That's nice solar panels there too. Let's give Alicia a hand. Amy Hall closed number 2 El Concho Lane, Rolling Hills, a lease at $15,000. Let's give Amy a hand. Sun Lee closed the lease, $10,000 a month on 4 Santa Cruz and Rolling Hills Estate. Let's give Sun a hand. Well, and our closed sales volume for the week, 5.83 million. Awesome. Crushing it out there. We are doing great. And here's a time where we want to share needs and wants. One of the best things about being part of a KW family, a community like this, is to be able to share what you guys are needing. Do you have a client that's looking for a specific type of property? Maybe another agent here has got something for you. Or if you're an agent, it's got an upcoming listing, not quite on the market yet. Let's share any needs and wants. Who's got something? Any needs, any wants? Usually this is the time that takes up the most amount of time in the meeting. We're going to like all the needs and wants. Everybody's good. Oh, we got back there.
Tomorrow, this condo in from the beach, go back to class, top floor. Tree view, partial ocean view. The first part is the 8 big trees will remove is already in procedure.
Okay.
So if the tree more, there will be
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a private trail to the beach.
Nice.
We are priced about 1.1.
1.1. 1.1 coming on the market tomorrow. Can you share the address one more time?
639 Paso de la Playa.
All right, 639 Paso de la Playa.
Yeah. Unit 305.
Unit 305.
Oh, yeah.
Real fun.
Yeah, very beautiful.
So it has a
ocean
view?
front. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a tree view and ocean view, and the gate, yeah.
looking for each parking lot?
Oh, yes, no, the ocean, just, it's close to the, PVE.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The what?
Yeah.
On the top of the hill?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gotcha, okay.
Very beautiful ocean front. Okay,
So that's the one on the corner.
It's right where PV Drive, or PV Boulevard and the State of the Playa.
Yeah, right there. Okay, yeah. That's a great place, yeah.
Good, yeah, let's take our clients, take our buyers there. Any other any needs and wants? Dolly, you got something?
If there's a pocket listing in Warren,
Occupancy torrents, what kind of what specs, what are they looking for?
I'm not sure, but he's running late, he had told me that.
Oh, he's running late.
Yeah, he's told me.
If you're late, you don't get to ask, you gotta be on time. Just kidding, well, we'll find out later. Betty,
You have a pocket listing?
she's looking for a pocket
Oh,
list.
she looked, in Warren, okay, well, yeah, okay, well, maybe send by, no, just kidding.
Betty, what do you got?
I have a client coming down from, San Francisco and looking for something under 1.6 in South Bay Torrance, prefer.
Okay,
3-bedroom, you know, ready to buy.
awesome, 3 bedrooms. Anybody else? So, you know, I've got something. In Eagle Rock, Highland Park, off Colorado Boulevard, it's a probate, like pre-foreclosure listing. It needs love. So if you guys know what that means, the home needs a little bit of love, so just understand that. And we're gonna list it next week. It's gonna be right around the $1 million mark, so very, you know, under market value for that area. If you guys know Highland Park, Eagle Rock, things are, it's just a little over 1,060 square feet, but it's on a 7,000 square foot lot, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. Coming up next.
Court confirmation?
Yeah, we have full authority. Okay, all right, let's move on. Title tips, my man Grant. By the way, this is just a little random, but I gotta post. I don't know. I'm a little scared to post these videos, but we had a good time last week with Michelle, and we had some other people in our office doing some karaoke at the PVP. John was at the PVP event.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed because I didn't win the karaoke contest. I didn't win, but it's okay. Someone else won. I thought it was just more of a favoritism, popularity
I have
contest.
some videos. We should have your video up there. I sent it to you.
She did send me the video, and my wife was like, "Do not post that. Are you crazy?"
He shouted out KWPV video, so that was cool.
I've got a. This sounds. I gotta maybe just block my wife from my Instagram for a week. Post it and then unblock her. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Grant, take it away.
He carried the room. I will say he knows how to hold a room. So Richard did awesome. We had Michelle.
I didn't do so bad with the rule. Didn't do so bad with me. All right, go for it, Grant.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Just had a quick message for you all today. I got a flyer here for those that are on Zoom, and then also for everyone that are here, you'll have this as well. I'll put it in the Zoom chat so you can access it. Just wanted to provide a quick update on one of our apps that all of you have access to. That's Fidelity Agent One. Unbelievable phone app. I think like if you're practicing real estate, that's the one app that you should have on your phone, know really well, be able to use with clients. We're always updating it. Great. So dependent on market conditions, what's happening, we try to calculators for you in these scenarios that you might be facing at your next listing presentation, or just like Richard was mentioning, maybe you're looking for content that you can post. So 3 calculators that we'll be releasing this month. They'll be showing us, and I'll be doing classes here to teach you all about these and how they work, so you can feel really confident when you're working on these with your sellers. So the first would be a sell or rent calculator. I actually even saw on the broker's open list today, there's a listing that is listed for sale and then also for lease at the same time. So this could be something that could be really helpful moving forward. Maybe you're sitting with a seller, it's been on the market for a while, and maybe they want to walk through this scenario of maybe listing the property, leasing it, or maybe you wanted to show them the advantages of selling it over leasing it, right? Maybe they're thinking, hey, I want to pull it off, I want to lease for a while. You can show them some stats of still where it might benefit them to sell the property. The second one I think is really great, especially in conversations that you'll be sitting with sellers. That would be a holding cost calculator here. So that would be a scenario, maybe you're sitting with a seller and I'll show the calculators in the future. This is just text for now. But what it will show is the cost of maybe overpricing your listing. So maybe you're sitting with a seller, they're being really difficult about the sales price, they want to list it a lot higher, you're nervous that it's going to sit for a while. This calculator will help you show those costs of sitting. So it'll bring in their mortgage costs, their utilities costs, taxes, etc., and show if they sit for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what are the costs of doing that. So you have really great calculators, it'll create a template on the fly for you. And this last one here I think is really great too. It's a net range calculator. So that would be a scenario where maybe you're sitting with the seller and you're creating a few scenarios, maybe a low price entry point to try to drive a lot of traffic, maybe a best case scenario, and then maybe a likely sales price scenario. So you can create maybe 3-4 different sales prices and show them what those would sell for, what they would walk away. Conditions are changing, and I know sometimes that conversation can be difficult if it's just a conversation, right? If you're just talking and it's their ideas versus your ideas. I think these are great in the sense that they give you numbers, right? You can use their example case, you can give them a case that's specific to them, and they'll have that information they can walk away with. On the back of these flyers, just a refresher for everybody, some of the main calculators that are there for sellers and buyers, to take a look at those, get a nice refresher. And then I also wanted to remind people where this app was. I know we have a lot of apps that we show, so it might be tough to keep track of this app versus the other app that I've shown before. I really wanted to emphasize that moving forward, really consider our lunatitleteam.com website somewhat of a gateway for all of the resources that we provide to you as title reps here in this office. So for example, let's say you wanted to use this app after I show you how to use it, but you forget which app it was, you forget how to access it, etc. Always go to this website. So if you go to lunatitleteam.com, for example, we have all of these cards right here of the different things that we'll offer for you. One of them here is our Fidelity Tech Tools card right here. So let's say you're trying to remember what that app was. You can click on this, it shows all of our apps. Let's say you're sitting there and you're like, hey, what was that app again that Grant had? It was something about net sheets and calculating closing costs. You can click through these. They'll all have an explanation of what that app is. So you can be like, oh, nice. This is that app he was talking about. That's the one with the monthly payments. So I can come here, I can click Launch Fidelity Agent 1, and it's going to take me right to the app. So you don't have to remember, which app is which. Just remember lunatitleteam.com, central hub for all of the resources that you'll have in your business. So like I said, those new calculators, I think they're awesome. They're really going to make you, shine in this new market space that you're all entering. And like I said, next week, I'll likely be hosting a Zoom, so I'll work it around the class schedule that we have and show you all how to use them. So any questions, before I head out for the day? All good? Okay. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Grant. I'm going to be talking a little bit about those calendars later too, or other calculators. Nice. Right. Paige, we got an MCA minute. 60 seconds, ready? It's a minute.
I am going really quick. So just a reminder that we updated our policy. So if you are late on your office bill, it will be a $30 late fee. And then we are no longer allowing office bills to be paid through commission. So I will need a credit card on file. So if you have an expired card or updated card, I'll give you a call and I'll give you an email. But if you know that your card is expiring, come to me before that happens. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. Thank you. Promenade Escrow, we got Alicia up here. Let's give it up for Alicia. Let's give it up for Paige too. Paige may not always give me the most pleasant news, but that's okay. We gotta give it up for her. All right, give it up for Alicia too.
Just two quick things today. One is to remind you guys we're having the class next Thursday, so please come. I'll be going over your escrow paperwork, how to communicate with your clients about escrow paperwork, and to handle some of the questions that they ask you, give you guys a better understanding. So Thursday at 11. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, it seems to be coming up a little more frequently in the market right now, is contingent and concurrent closings. So it's really important to understand what a concurrent closing is and a contingent closing. So contingency just creates the space where one of the parties needs to sell or acquire property in order to close. That's simple, that's pretty straightforward. When people start talking about concurrent closings, they mean I want to close on the same day. And there's some caveats to that where you have to have certain things happen in order for that to actually occur. Los Angeles County does not same day closings, so therefore a loan, when you have a buyer with a loan, their loan has to fund and then it can record and close tomorrow. Well, if you have a seller who is closing on their deal today and they're buying something else and they need to move all in the same day, that creates a really tough situation. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we're only as good as the last experience that our clients have. So if you guys get all the way down to closing and nobody ever thought to negotiate extra time in the contract for possession at closing, now it makes things very stressful. This recently came up where a buyer's calling saying the seller's refusing to leave. I own the property. We closed at 2:00 today, and the contract says I'm supposed to have keys at 2:00. And so he's upset, and he's upset with his agent, and the seller's upset because the seller's being told you have to get out of the house and being threatened, and police are being called. It gets very stressful. Not only for the client, can you imagine how they're feeling, but now you, because you guys are the ones having to deal with that and get those calls. So if you have clients that are talking about, well, I can't move until I sell this place and buy something else, or buyers needing to move by a certain date because they have to be out of a lease, anything like that, let's have a conversation. We can map out what that calendar looks like and how much time you realistically should have in between each deal, so that when you're negotiating the contract with your client in the beginning, you can say, hey, we're going to accept your offer, Mr. Buyer, but my client needs an extra 3 days after closing the property. And that's easy when you do it up front. You start talking about these things down to closing, people are going to have movers planned, their lease is expired, whatever it might be. So those are really great conversations to have at the beginning. And during your appointments with these people, find out what their needs are. What does it look like when you close? Where are you moving to, Mr. Seller? Mr. Buyer, when do you have to get that apartment by? So come and sit down. I'm always happy to have these types of conversations and go over what a calendar looks like. And we'll touch a little bit on closing and timeframes and all of those things in the class as well next week. So,
Before we go,
yeah.
okay, so first of all, I mean, that class is so important. Because there are a lot of agents, I've dealt with doing deals with where the other side, the listing agent was a broker. And didn't understand even just the concurrent sales and the timelines. And is it fair to say that a lot of sellers need to buy something else?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and vice versa. So you're dealing with this quite a bit. I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, I knew this agent way long time ago. Korean guy, likes the Dodgers, now he's at KWPV, not that important. But he got into a big mess because he didn't know about this, and he made a big mistake early on in his career, and we don't want that to happen to any of you.
It's very true, because even, your seller may not realize those timeframes, and if you're not having the conversation,
Yeah.
asking the right questions, kind of setting yourself up for failure, let alone your client. So really make sure these conversations happen early. And talk about the money side too, because that often comes up. The seller's like, well, how did you expect me to hire a moving company? I didn't have the money until we closed. And it seems simple to them because they don't do this every day. And that's where we have to be, 10 steps ahead of where they're at so we can guide them. So
11 a.m. guys, August 14th. Put that in your phones right now, August 14th. That's going to be a really important class.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give it up for Alicia. All right, upcoming events in class. Talked about the escrow class, but let's go. We've got a lot of good things coming up ahead. Look, Mega Camp, there's still time. We've had a couple agents already. Well, Cio's gonna be there, Daniel's gonna be there. This is in San Antonio. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what the weather's gonna be like. Just know there's gonna be plenty of air conditioning. And one thing I'm excited about is I don't know if you guys heard, there's gonna be a pickleball event Monday morning at 7 a.m. I'm gonna be there. I'm taking my paddle. But anyways, Mega Camp. We not only want you to go and want you to invest in yourself, we want to help invest with you. So we created this special offer. Scan that QR code, register for Mega Camp. Step 2, close 3 escrows. All you gotta do is close 3 between now or September and the end of February. With those 3 escrows, we will reimburse you the price of that you paid for that Mega Camp ticket, 33% each. So 3 of those escrows, you're chipping away at that Mega Camp ticket. Or what we'd really love for you to see is close a listing with Promenade Escrow. Close a listing with Promenade Escrow. Close 1 listing with Promenade Escrow, and it gets reimbursed in that one closing. Rocio, how many listings with Promenade Escrow does it take?
One.
Just one. Rocio's got that already.
Where
You got that.
Where are you staying?
I'm sorry?
Where are you staying?
In San Antonio?
Yeah.
Like which hotel? And you want the hotel room too?
Yeah.
That's the River Rock Marriott, I think.
What is it?
Room 314, party in my room.
Should be an adjoining room.
Let me call my husband, see if that's on.
Yes. Hey, Maureen and I we're good.
Friday.
We're good.
Okay, Riverwalk, right?
Yes, at the Riverwalk Marriott.
I wonder if they have still rooms.
Alright, so Ignite After Dark. That's gonna be today, by the way. We do this every Tuesday. How many of you guys have hopped on at all or have taken Ignite? Dolly, our team, Michelle.
In the past.
3 p.m. and 6 p.m. So there's 2 times. So they call it Ignite After Dark because it's for dual career agents that are working during the day. So we have a 6 p.m., which is technically our West Coast one, and we have a 3 p.m. But register there. Look, we've got all these classes. Today it's going to be define your value. I shared this with our AOC last month. Defining your value. What makes you different than other agents? Is it going to be your photography? Guess what? Every agent has access to photography. Every agent has access to staging. What is it about you specifically that's going to help a seller or buyer choose you? And if you can't define your value, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be hard for a prospect to understand what your value is. Why are they paying you that much money? And if you guys know last year, what happened last year around August with NAR, the BRBC?
Yeah.
Now buyers are basically like listings. Buyers are listing appointments now. You have to know your value more than ever, and your value now with buyers can't just be, I helped you find the property. I'm the one that happened to send you the listing before the other agent did. It's got to be much more beyond that. So join Define Your Value. It's free, by the way, and it's on Zoom. You can do it at home in your pajamas, or you can do it right here.
And who can attend?
Anybody, just you have to register, and you'll get a special Zoom link.
You have to register every time?
No. Once you register, you'll get the link every time.
I have to say, if I could just say something.
Yes, Maureen.
One of the things in real estate is always staying in the basics. And even for, seasoned realtors, we always have to stay with basics, and this teaches you the basics. It's an incredible class. I think I've taken it, and I've been in business a long time, and to refresh myself and kind of get down to the basics. So I highly recommend it. It's a really great class. Classes, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, the value proposition and like what stands out, what's you stand out compared to the others and whatever. I just think everybody should take those classes.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Gary shared it a couple years ago at MegaCamp. He says in a shifting market, and that's when the market was shifting, 2022, 23. Saying in a shifting market, the basics become cool again. Comes down to the basics. How you talk to people, how you have conversations with people. Those are the basics, and how to define your value. What Ignite does a really good job on.
Conversion, that was one of the things.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of leads, but it's the converting part that really
Absolutely.
is important.
Absolutely.
So.
All right. Well, hey, we got another couple events coming up. How many of you guys have registered already for our picnic this Friday? Good, a good number of you. Now, we did pickleball and potluck. Look, you don't have to play pickleball. Just some people are asking, do I have to play if I'm there? No, you don't have to play because you may not want to. Because I've been going almost every other night to the local pickleball course near my house. I've been practicing because I'm still a beginner and I've been practicing so I don't make a fool out of myself in front of everybody. But it's so fun. How many of you guys have played pickleball?
I have a pickleball shoes, I've got a pickleball.
Oh.
Pickleball.
I'm going after this meeting to practice now. I'm scared.
Don't go buy your gear now.
No, I'm scared.
I just don't know how to score it. I don't understand that part. Do you?
I'm kind of.
It's really confusing.
It's
not
a little
like
confusing.
tennis.
But here's the thing, guys. Whether you're playing pickleball, whether you're just hanging out under the sun and the shade, it's at Ladera Linda Park. We'd love for you guys to, if you want to bring something for the potluck, we'd love for you guys to do that. But all in all, we just want you to come, have fun. And by the way, it's these kind of opportunities where you're not just there to just hang out, which is great too, but building good relationships when you're in an office or you're in an environment where you're building good relationships with other agents, what kind of opportunities come out of that? It could be like, oh, hey Dolly, I need some. We've been talking a lot, so I need some help with an open house. Can you help me with a listing? Or I can say, hey RT, I've got this listing or this prospect that wants to sell their home. It's actually right down the street from me. Can I leverage this listing with me? And I've built this relationship with her. Or we can share pocket listings, or we can just even share, hey, what's working for you in your business, Steven? Like I'm going to all these listing appointments, but they're not, saying they want to sign with me, but they have your flyer on their table. Like, what are you doing? And then we can just start talking with each other and getting ideas. So I love these type of social events. It's incredibly good. Career visioning. One of the biggest values of KW, I think, is career visioning. It's simply how to hire and how to build leverage and how to build your team, because there's only one of you. And I thought this was fascinating what Gary Keller, what I heard him first say about career visioning. He says, I've never been the best real estate agent. He said that. He built the largest real estate company. He said, I've never been the best real estate agent, but I've mastered hiring people. He knows how to hire people. And that's what career visioning talks about. So we're going to have that here. It's going to be a regional event. So you want to register because it's going to be limited. It's going to be for our entire region. Multiple offices are going to be right here. And that's going to be on Thursday, August 28th at the end of the month. And it's an all-day event, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But this is one of the ways that you can get from closing 3-4 deals a year to closing in the double digits. You do need leverage. You need a team. You need people around you. So career vision is going to be great. So make sure you register for that. A big event here, Jason Abrams. I just spent 2 days with him last month, and there was so much value, blown away. But he's going to be coming here from Austin, Texas. He's the head of industry and education at Keller Williams. He also had his TV show on HGTV, which I watched a couple episodes after I brought it up. It's a little cringe, but it's actually entertaining. Tickets are required October 6th at the Renaissance Hotel near LAX. Tickets are required. I believe they're $25 each. The room's going to be packed, so make sure you get them ASAP. And all you got to do is pay $25 compared to the sometimes the thousands that you have to pay for a guy at his level. Bargain of the year. Make a lot more money, have a lot more time, and love your life. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Let's do it. All right. So make sure you register for that and invite a friend. Invite a friend. Scott, is Scott on? So I'm gonna share.
Real fast.
Yeah, of course.
Picture of it, like 3 of us were, really quick. Sorry.
Thank you.
And while they're doing that, I want to share something with you guys. How many of you guys know about Scott Leroy? Good. Okay, some of you guys don't. We have an incredible partner here, Scott Leroy Marketing. See Leroy or SLM, you have this incredible source of leverage, meaning this marketing, KW Command, any kind of graphic design, any kind of help with tech. Scott is here to help us. This is a service that the office, this marketing center, pays for so that it can benefit you and help you in your business. And Scott has been, when I first joined KW, he's the one, Scott Leroy is the one that helped me set up my command and do all that many years ago. And I thought, okay, Scott Leroy, great. It's a company that helps you set up your command. But I was blown away when I really found out all the things that Scott Leroy makes available to you guys. One of the nicest guys. He's joining us all the way here from Florida. So let's give a big, huge welcome to Scott.
Thank you so much for the introduction. I really appreciate that. So perfect. What was I gonna say?
We still have music going. Hold on 1 second, Scott. So let's get out of this. Let's go to Canva.
The party in Florida over there, huh? Yeah.
I thought he was just partying. Yeah, I'll help you. Sorry, guys. We're gonna go down here. All right, we're back at. You can go back to Scott now. All right, Scott, you should be good to go now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Scott, can you hear us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can hear you perfect. Can you
Okay,
hear
we
me okay?
don't hear you, so let me change the sound settings here. This is why we also love having you, because you also help us with tech, right? Here we go. I got you now.
There we go. Is that coming through okay?
We're good now. All right,
Perfect.
I don't know if you heard us before. Let's give another KWPV welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being on here, and thank you for the phenomenal introduction on here. So my name is Scott Leroy. I always run what I call the lamest name company of all time, Scott Leroy Marketing, and we're really here to kind of help you with anything and everything KW Technology is one of the best ways to think about it. So I'm going to flip this around real quick, show you all some fun stuff on our website that is available for y'all to utilize, all completely complimentary, which is my favorite thing to highlight on here. So once you sign in on our website utilizing that 357 Market Center number, everything possible for you is going to display under this agent resources section. So the first big thing that you're going to see on here is under that questionnaire section. Much like we were chatting about before, you kind of heard about the onboarding side. Obviously, this is meant for onboarding, but my favorite thing to highlight is our tech refresh. So this way, if you're going through and saying, you know, I've been with KW for a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it may be, but I don't know if I'm using everything I should be using, right? This is my favorite thing to highlight because it's a great way for you to be able to go through and basically say, if I'm starting again today on August 5th, 2025, what does that look like? And what else could I be taking advantage of that I'm not quite yet? So this is a phenomenal opportunity on here, to say the least. But then beyond that, we also have live training classes that we're doing every Monday through Friday, right at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So we have a class that's going on right now, just started about 10 minutes ago for y'all to take advantage of. So in this case, if you ever want to jump onto any of these courses and interact with us, it's all workshop style oriented. So it's meant for y'all to do everything along with us. So please feel free to hop on there and ask questions at any time. Or if you want to see what classes are coming up, we also have our training calendar on here. So our training calendar will show any classes that are occurring today, this week, this month for y'all to be able to take advantage of. So this way you kind of get a better idea of what you might be walking into every day at those 10 a.m. Training courses. But if you aren't able to make it to the class, like maybe there's a team meeting going on, or maybe you're out and about or whatever it might be. All right, well, in this case, we do record anything and everything on. All right, so in this case, if you want to find any of the classes, they're all alphabetically organized. You can find the most recent class right away, or sorry, you can find the type of class right away, but then they're chronologically organized. So that way, if you want to find the most recent class, that'll be available for you to utilize as well too. So in this case, if you, geez, maybe we're having a campaigns class today and it's going to say something like campaigns 101-8/5. Then if you want to access that class, you're definitely more than welcome to by clicking on this to find the most recent course immediately. All right. And if a 1-hour class is not your cup of tea, we also have what we call our tech tips on here. So the tech tips are anywhere between 1 to 2, or not 1 to 2, my apologies, about 1 to 7 minutes. Sorry, not 2 minutes, unfortunately. These will just kind of help you to learn a little bit more about the KW technology in short little snippets or nuggets of information. So if a 1-hour class might be a little too lengthy, well, then we've got our tech tips on here that'll help out as well too. Now, my favorite thing to highlight in a team meeting is our agent support section. So if you ever have any issues, questions, concerns on any of the KW technology, first and foremost, at the bottom of every page is our contact info. So if you're having any issues on here, maybe you're having an issue with signing in, with DocuSign, with your database, whatever it may be, you can reach out to us and we can help out with that right away. All right, but beyond that, we also happen to have all these free additional services for you to use as well too. So these are all items that you can take advantage of, whether it's in our top rated section, if you might be saying like, hey, I need a custom bio created, I need to get my contacts added into command, I want to reach out to my database to get updated contact info from them. We even have an entire section around marketing support. So every month we come out with a custom newsletter that we can send out for y'all that'll highlight, items to look out for in August. That'll work great in conjunction with that monthly neighborhood nurture, since this is more of a general newsletter and the monthly neighborhood nurture is more of a localized option. All right, we also have free marketing templates for y'all. We can help with smart plans to get them up and running. Heck, we have an entire section around getting started. So if you don't know where to begin and maybe you haven't taken advantage of Command yet, maybe you were a dual career, now you're officially full-time as a real estate agent, these are some great items to start with. We also have a section around looking to rebrand. So if you are on a team and maybe you're becoming a solo agent, maybe you're a solo agent joining a team, or maybe you're just a solo agent that's like, hey, I want to take the next step in my branding process and update a few things. This will all be accessible for you. All right, so these are great items we can help out with immediately. And then, of course, we have an entire section around websites. So if you want to spruce up your command website a little bit further, these items will help out tremendously. So on here, you can actually go through and request pretty much anything and everything for us to help out. So whether it's something as simple as, I've got some testimonials over on Zillow, over on Facebook, over on Google, I want to add inside. I want to add it in a download app page. What's my home worth? I want to add inside some featured listings. These will all be accessible for you to help out with right away. All right. So that's all available on here. And all you have to do is click on any of these and it'll give you a nice little short form that you can fill out. So that way we'll know exactly what you're looking for to help out with this immediately. Or once again, at the bottom of every page is our contact information. So feel free to reach out on here too, and we can help out with that immediately as well. All right. Now, the final big thing I wanted to highlight for y'all as well is under that agent resources section, we also happen to have marketing support. So we do have free Canva templates that you can utilize right now. And we're in the midst of changing out all of our Canva templates. If you notice all these phenomenal tabs open up here, in the middle of doing that right now to get all of our pro templates ready to go for y'all. So once that pro account is accessible, we'll have them available for you to utilize at any time. We also have all of our monthly newsletter option that I talked about over inside the support section. We can also convert that into a blog if you would like, so we can add that to your command site. If you did not know that you have access to Gemini Pro, if you go to gemini.google.com, you can access the Gemini Pro account that you can use under your KWPV.com emails. That is the one big thing to remember. It's got to be under that KWPV.com email to access it. But this will be a great way for you to be able to utilize Gemini Pro, and we have 200 plus prompts on here just to help you out a little bit further with that. And then, of course, our agent concierge section. So if you have any listings or you're helping someone that has a listing, this is where you can actually go through and request this design to be created, and we'll actually make it for free for you. So we'll just ask a couple quick questions on here, like what which market center number are you part of? So 357. Great. Are you submitting this form for yourself or on behalf of someone else? So these are some great opportunities on here just to kind of help out even more. And then in this case, you can choose what type of piece you're looking for. So maybe I want a social post and I want to view all available designs. And then I could say, hey, maybe I just want social post 6 on here. And then I can put inside my address. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to find this listing from KWPV.com. We're going to find it from the MLS to create everything. And once this is completed, within 1 to 2 business days, we're going to send this back over to you with your information on file ready to go, all the listing info, we'll add inside the office info. But then not only are we going to send back this piece updated, we're also going to add inside step-by-step instructions on how you can take this piece and convert it into a smart plan, or how you can also take this piece and then post it out over on social media as well too. All right, so that'll all be accessible just to help out right away. All right, so once again, all these items under our website are available for you to use for free. So all you have to do is sign in with 357. Everything under agent resources is all accessible just from the graciousness of the office. So please feel free to take advantage of everything. Let us know how we can help out even more. And more importantly, think of us as an extra tech staff member to make your life that much easier. So we definitely want to help you all to get out there and help people buy and sell homes and not have to worry about any of the KWPV technology at all.
Okay, so you can help agents leverage KW technology command, setting up smart plans, monthly newsletters, social media posts, flyers, even websites, spruce up your website. Add I saw what's my home worth, like adding reviews. I mean, it's all encompassed into this one-stop shop.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, and it's ever evolving too. We've got some other new items coming out very soon as well.
Everybody say no excuses. No excuses. No, come on, everybody. 1, 2, 3. No excuses. This is awesome. I love it, Scott. Thank you so much for joining us. There's really no excuse anymore. I mean, we've got it all here for you. So we love being a partner with you. Thank you, Scott.
Of course. No, thank you so much. And if y'all are heading out to Mega Camp next week, I'll be out there and I look forward to seeing y'all.
We'll look for you. We'll look for you.
Sounds
awesome.
Great.
Thank you. All right. Man, I love that stuff. Look, there's no excuse if you're not familiar with technology and all that sort of stuff. He's going to help you with all of it. We want to welcome so we want to do what we also recognize is there are a lot of agents that joined over the past year, over the past several months, and they haven't properly welcomed. So we want to make sure that each week we take the time to really properly welcome them. Dolly is here, so Dolly, stand up. Tell us one thing, one fun thing about you. Just one fun thing, so that we can get to know you just a little bit more. Stand up for us, Dolly. Let's welcome Dolly.
I don't have singing talent, but I love to dance and I can dance since I was young.
So what kind of dance?
Pretty much anything, but like if I have to pick genre, salsa dancer.
So maybe we're gonna do salsa lessons right here. We'll clear all the tables and do salsa. Let's give it up for Dolly. Welcome here. Awesome, awesome. And then Daniel, I think he's on Zoom. Daniel, are you there? Daniel, are you muted? I know that Daniel was gonna join. Oh, he left. He's probably going to a listing appointment. But we'll welcome Daniel anyways. All right, let's give it up for Daniel. We're excited that he's here. So we welcome some of our new agents. So with that said, we always like to ask, who do you know? Who do you know that wants to partner with us? KW is known for a training and consulting company for new agents. But I'll tell you, even things like career visioning, those are for agents that have been in the business for a long time. I mean, we have the highest number of agents that have been in the business for over 10 years. So we're not just a company for new agents. We're a company really for everybody. I think we have incredible value. So if you are looking for somebody that is looking for somewhere to join, all you have to do is start a group chat with me. Just a group chat. Introduce them to me, and they can, once they join here, they can be in your profit share downline, which we'll share more about in the upcoming weeks for profit sharing. Okay. Moving on, I want to talk a little bit about your sphere of influence. How many of you guys are reaching out to your SOI, your friends, family members for business? How many of you guys? Yes? How many of you guys feel a little awkward? You're like, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to be that person that's always hanging around like, oh, okay, great. Let's avoid Richard. He's going to ask me when I'm going to buy a house. Let's avoid. You don't want to be around that. Let's be honest. How many of you guys feel a little awkward? Yes? Okay. I want to show you guys a way to make it very, very easy. Now, a couple weeks ago, I taught a class in here called the Lead Generation Matrix. And this is what I did. I talked about all the ways that you can lead generate. So we talked about open houses, FISBO, expireds, just canvassing the neighborhood, farming, SOI, and referrals. And I gave everything a score. We talked about what costs a lot of money, what takes a lot of time, conversion rates. So we did all these things, and time to convert. And we gave everything a score. And so something like, what did I even write up here? Farming. That can be kind of a low score for time. It takes up a lot of time. So maybe that could be a 2. And by the way, just because it's a low score doesn't mean you shouldn't do it either. Of course, you got social media on here too. Let's say open houses. Maybe like a low score for money. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. You just need to get your signs, but it could take up a lot of time. The conversion rate now is kind of down to about maybe 3 to 4, not what it may have used to be. Time to convert, that could be a little bit higher because they are actively looking for homes. So we give everything a score. Guess what out of these had the highest score as far as time, money, and conversion rates? SOI. SOI and referrals. Meaning this, it took the lowest amount of money, the least amount of time, because all you're doing is just like being alive. You're just waiting for your family or friends to just reach out. Oh, Richard's an agent. Let's just reach out to him. There wasn't much of trying to follow up. Smart. You're not sending out smart plans to your family members or your friends. You're not calling them up every month. Hey, are you guys ready to buy? You're just kind of being present for your SOI. And referrals too. It's more of you're just waiting for people to come to you and to be referred to you. So the score was incredibly good for these two things. But then I had an aha about this. What if he did spend a little bit of money? What if he did spend a little bit of time? And I'll explain what that means with your SOI and with your referrals. So our team, my real estate team, we started thinking about, okay, what's a way that we can spend a little bit, but reasonably, to actually not just wait for your SOI to reach out to you, but now you're connecting with your SOI. Now you're finding ways of really capturing mind share. We thought of a simple thing, the BLDC, the breakfast, lunch, dinner, and coffee dates. Costs a little bit of money. Now we're taking up a little bit more time. So we're upping this a little bit because your SOI can be a good source of business, but now we're upping it a little bit to be a little bit more intentional. So it's all about the intentionality. Intentional. Now you're being intentional. So if you can get something that's very low spend, very little time, and you add a little bit more intentionality to it, what would that business look like? Meaning this. Pick somebody to have breakfast with this week. Next week, you're going to pick somebody to have lunch with. The following, somebody to have dinner with. And then somebody to have coffee with the week after that. Just a simple date. That's it. I copied this actually from a huge mega team in San Antonio, Scott Malouf's team. They do the BLDs. I added the C to it for coffee because I like coffee. Now here's the thing: what he does, and you could do this too. Breakfast was always with a prospective client. Lunch was with someone you wanted to just catch up with. Dinner was with a VIP and someone that's going to give you referrals. So he had kind of like breakfast would be for one group and so on and so forth. I added the coffee tips. Coffee can be very casual. Now you're adding this with how about some care calls? The funny thing is I have friends that will call me randomly that I haven't spoken to in years, and they'll leave me voicemails or they'll leave calls like this. Hey Richard, I was just thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. I get calls from non-real estate agents. Like these guys aren't even in sales. They're doing something completely different where they don't even need to keep an SOI. And they'll call me and say, hey, I just read this book. It kind of reminded me of you. Let me send you a link. I'm getting care calls like that, and it's having an incredible effect because now you're capturing mind share. If they were a real estate agent, I would hire them. How much of that are you doing as far as care calls and connecting with other people? I think it's so easy for us to fall into the SOI and referral category of lead generation of it's not even lead generation anymore. You're not even generating leads. You're sitting back and waiting for your SOI to reach out to you. Maybe you put up a social media post here and there and you just sit back and wait and hope that, people do that. We just hope that maybe my close friend sees that. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I got free tickets to the Dodger game. Can't say no to that. You know, my sister-in-law, they went to Japan last week. They're like, hey, I have these free tickets, so you can 3 tickets. You can go. Can you just bring me back the bobbleheads? I just want the bobbleheads. Oh, like, fine, deal. So I had to bring back the bobbleheads. Thought of 2 people to take. I was very intentional about who I wanted to take to the Dodger game. That's 2 hours that they have to sit there with me, whether they like it or not. They are with me for 2+ hours. I have all that time. I'm not going to talk about real estate for 2 hours, by the way, but I actually ended up pulling up a Fidelity agent calculator during that, so I was going to bring that up. One's a homeowner that I know he's already expressed to me that our house is really small, and we have 2 kids that are getting older. That's already in the back of my mind. And I have another guy that is looking for a place to live right now, but is kind of set on renting. I was very intentional about it. I hope they're not on this call or this recording doesn't get out. But we had great conversations about that. 90% of it was about life, was about the Dodgers, but we sprinkled in little things here and there. But they definitely know when we talk about work. How's work going? Things are great. And so what I've learned is this. Sometimes the more money and time it takes, the higher the effectiveness. Now I'm not saying you obviously can't do a Dodger game with every single person. I mean, if I did that, that just takes up a lot of time. Why do you think people golf so much? That's for business. That's 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours with that person, whether they like it or not. You're building that time. And is it easier? I don't golf, by the way. Maybe I should, but is it easier for me to say, hey, John, you want to go do 18 holes? Rather than, hey, John, do you want to sit with me for 4 to 5 hours and just talk about life and talk about real estate possibly? Maybe I can squeeze that in there. What's here? What's easier for me to say, Maureen, hey, you want to get let me reserve a pickleball court. Let's play a little bit. And having that net. And so what I'm saying here is this. If your SOI and your referral business, I mean, if you want a little bit of a boost with that, it may cost a little bit more money. It may take a little bit more time, but the good news is this, it's already very low. It just takes a cup of coffee. A sandwich at Subway. I don't know. I haven't eaten Subway in years, but it takes a quick meal. It takes a little bit of intentionality. Now is what it takes. And if you can do that, you can have, I think, like this could be like number one for you. Just a couple quick tips that I've shared with people in the past is, look, you see somebody that's about to have a baby. I send them a gift card. Back then it was Babies R Us, not anymore. Or someone that just had a baby. I'll send them $100 DoorDash gift card. Hey, here's dinner for the family. I know it's gonna be tough right now for to cook and all that stuff. Little things like that. All it is intentionality. All it is just that little push. So you're looking for little opportunities where you can do that. If you read a book, you hear a song, you watch a movie, you watch a TV show. What if it's so easy of just sending a YouTube clip of that? Someone, hey, I thought about you with this. This reminds me of you. Nowadays, I mean, am I the only one with my spouse where my wife and I, we just send each other Instagram reels? Alan, do you enjoy doing that? You send each other Instagram reels, TikTok reels. That's kind of apparently a thing. Do you guys do that now? We send each other funny Instagram reels because it reminds us of the other person.
Right.
And doing that with your SOI. Hey, I'm thinking about you. And one of the most powerful things that you can do is when someone is in need, to be able to show empathy. Hey, I know you're in a tough situation. I'm here for you. No, don't look at me as a real estate. No, don't even talk about it. I'm here for you. And I would even suggest this: be genuine about it. Don't do that with the intent. Oh, I hope they buy a house from me. I know they're struggling with all these things, and I hope they buy a house with me. No, be very genuine with it. And I promise you, when you are genuine and you are intentional, you will attract business. You will attract people. They will want to be around you. I'll share one last thing. I like to share this all the time, but for some reason, real estate agents love to talk about themselves. Agree? When you're in a real estate get together, I want you to count how many times you hear an agent say out loud, "I once had a client that." I do that too. We love to talk about ourselves. I would strongly encourage you, start asking people, let people talk about themselves. Ask people questions, take a genuine interest in other people. Again, a little bit more intentionality. So when you're having these BLDCs with people, when you're having the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, the coffee, make it all about them. Make it all about them. You're not there to talk about yourself. The conversation will naturally turn around into you as well. Make it about them. Any ahas from that? And share any ahas from
No,
that?
I think-
Yes.
As far as the intention out of the because I didn't realize how powerful it was, but my client had surgery and she was in bed. And so she loves to garden. So I saw this and she loves crossword puzzles. So I saw this little book and it was all gardening words and crossword puzzles. I haven't given it to her yet. I told her I got present.
Yeah.
But I kind of forgot that I bought it, so I should actually go there and, how important that would be.
Yes.
Because they have many properties too, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's very thoughtful.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So-
It doesn't always have to be monetary, right? So I had a friend who I haven't connected in a while, she has a daughter. And so she's a stay-at-home mom, so I just made her about her, I was asking her how is she keeping her daughter busy? And I mean, it took a long conversation because I haven't been consistent with it. But eventually it came down, I was thinking like, when am I gonna pop it in and say like about work, but she ended up.
Yeah.
So what are you up to, housework? Are
And they
you-
usually do. And it's not about money. So it's not, look, I don't
You'll
know,
attract it.
money and time.
Mhm.
Be intentional about money, a little, coffee here and there, lunch here and there. But more than anything, they're showing them that you're willing to spend time with them. It's the time. It's really the time. Yeah. Good. Love it. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna be in San Antonio next week, but we're still having a team meeting here. It's gonna be a good team meeting. We're gonna have a lot of value, so don't miss next week thinking that it's gonna be canceled. We're still gonna have the meeting, so I will see you guys next week. And also, don't forget Friday, guys. Ladera Linda Park. Ladera Linda Park. Don't forget. I'm gonna be bringing my grill too. Forgot about that. I'm bringing my grill.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a great one.
For Friday,
Are you going to?